Hi everybody, I'm Solomon, the Arkansas Diamond Miner. I want to make a quick video for you. This is kind of just a quick and dirty tips and tricks if you're visiting the Crater of Diamonds State Park. So you can come out here, this is the only place in the United States where you can come out, you can dig diamonds in a national park or state park and take them home with you. So there are some things that will make this a little bit easier for you. The most common visitation is during summer. Okay, so you can see behind me, you can see that, that big plowed field back there. That is open to the elements. So one of the most important things if you're coming out here, especially for a summer trip, is to plan for the weather. It is blistering hot. You can tell I am sweating. I've been down in that wash pavilion over there washing gravel all day. It is hot. About 2 years ago, I was digging some gravel in a spot down on the kind of toward the south end a little bit, and by the end of the day I was so hot I could not cool off, and I actually they didn't call the paramedics for me, but they had me sit down down in the bottom of the Diamond Discovery Center. They had to have there's some first responders that actually were here at the time, kind of have to come and help me get cooled down a little bit. And I go on 3-mile runs in the summertime 3 times a week to kind of stay in shape. So that's probably one of the main things out here that you need to plan on if you're taking a trip down to the Crater of Diamonds, because it's so hot out there. There's really no way for me to convey that to you in a video. So but another tip, another trick, I would say there's probably 4 or 5. If you'll hit the like button on this video, you will, well, that may not help you find a diamond, but that lets me know you want to find a diamond so I can keep putting videos out. So hit that like, hit the subscribe. But on a more serious note, there's a lot of information out there. There's Facebook groups for the Crater of Diamonds State Park. There's a couple of them. There are a few books out there. There are e-DVDs by a guy that lives in this area and has actually worked here back before this was what it is now. He's worked in a couple of different capacities. There are 3 or 4 good YouTube channels. There are several channels that have made individual videos or just a few videos about it while they were here visiting. One of my favorite videos from a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, was Older and Wiser, and they did a real good beginner's guide to the Crater of Diamonds State Park. They came down here and they went through everything they could think of. So I'm gonna see if I can find a link to that. I'll either put it across the top of the screen or in the show note or in the program notes down below. So education, figure out everything you can, and that'll help you plan your trip. So there's a lot of planning that's going to come down here. That's really a kind of a tip in its own, is that you really need to plan out what you're going to do. Figure out if you're going to come down here and try and dig a hole, work surface gravel, surface hunt, kind of have a plan going in. If you do all the research and find and read and watch everything you can out there about the Crater of Diamonds and what to do here, you'll be way far ahead. Most people that show up and they've studied some, but there are some people that really increase their chances by doing the things that they've seen that other people that have found diamonds are doing, if that makes sense. So get out there, study up a little bit, make a plan, and that plan needs to be what you're going to do while you're here, how you're going to do it, what equipment you're going to bring. I've got a couple of videos about some of the stuff that I bring out here. I used to only use some of the small screen sets that were typical, but when I started filming videos, I realized that it's actually really hard to run a lot of material and film and get all that done in a day and still be able to find diamonds, because your volume plays a little bit of a key. So I went to a larger screen set, and they are available. If you plan on coming down and wet sifting, you can stop. There's places that sell large custom screen sets. I think Crater Diamond Classics is a business here in town. They do lessons. They have custom screen sets. The Lovejoys, there's Lovejoy Diamond Screens has a shop set up right off the main strip here in town. They do all kinds of rentals. They are an easy place to get screens. So there's all kinds of options for equipment, and then of course there is some equipment that's here at the park. The wagons are fairly small and narrow, so you know, they're here, but I really think that a good wagon, if you're going to get real serious, is kind of key. But you can rent a whole package at the Lovejoys. They have wagon, bucket, shovel, screen set, and water hose. So you can set up your own wash station, and it can come with, I think the whole package comes with a shade pavilion. You can't beat that, you know. And for, you know, I'm not sure what their price is on it. I mean, honestly, I have all that stuff on my own here, but if you rent it, you do have the option to have it delivered here too. So if you're planning your trip out, you plan for the weather, you've watched all the stuff you need to watch, but you don't have all the equipment, that's still an option. You know, you can get the equipment you need here. And so all you got to do is basically drag it out into the search field and get started. So so that's kind of a few tips and tricks. Most people that come out, if they've studied and they do the, you know, kind of go through the motions right, get their gravel concentrated, go through a lot of volume. You know, another thing is that finding some of the good material. You know, I have seen people come out here and spend an entire day with a pickaxe and a shovel trying to bust up what we call the hard pan. It's just basically it's non-decomposed lamprite. So the chances are there, but they're a lot thinner than the chances of getting diamond out of some of like the furrow gravel out of the drain, stuff like that. So that's kind of another, I wouldn't say that's just a separate tip or a trick. I just say that's kind of comes along with learning what to look for. But if you do everything right and you do one thing wrong, that's your chance to miss the diamond. You know, so those tips and tricks, that goes a long way, you know. Being able to identify a diamond, I think I've got a video out now about what people look for when they see a diamond, and, you know, kind of what they look like. I walked around and showed a diamond to some people that were here, and it was about 50-50 of who could actually pick the diamond out of the stones that I had. So learning how to identify them, or you really don't even have to positively identify it, because you can bring it to people here that work here that know exactly what a diamond looks like. And you can also, I think you can send pictures of a diamond and kind of get their judgment on it. And, you know, there's a chance they would rule it out, or that they would say, hey, there's a pretty good chance it's a diamond, just bring it back next time you're here, you know, we can certify it. You can't mail it or anything like that, but identifying a diamond is kind of a key thing that goes along with learning everything you can about this place. If you don't know what a diamond looks like, you may just throw it out thinking it's nothing. So kind of get a good idea what they look like. My advice to people normally is just keep everything and have it looked at, because they may show it to somebody that really may not know, and it is really hard to tell from pictures. I was telling you about those Facebook groups. A lot of times people have something, they post a picture up there and they say, hey, is this a diamond? If the picture's not real fuzzy, most of the time people that have seen diamonds can tell. There's a few guys that are real good at identifying them if the picture is good and the lighting is right. There's no guaranteeing that your light, you know, if you're in a room in your house and there is no natural light and your lighting is poor and your picture is fuzzy, it's anybody's guess what that thing really is. So identifying a diamond, that's not really key to being successful out here, but if you don't keep everything you think might be a diamond, you could easily just throw one out. So most people that have seen one before know what they look like. Keep everything that you think has the possibility of being one. So tried to keep this video short. Hope you guys enjoyed it, find use in it. Like I said, you'll probably have a lot better luck finding diamonds if you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And you know, hopefully one of these days I'll see you out here. If you see me out on the field, stop and say howdy. Y'all have a good day.